What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for this amazing community. I'm grateful for the ABS group, which I'm loving. Just so great. And I'm just really grateful for this time and space to almost recreate, and this world we live in where we can actually access anything. So yeah, I've been working on a website, and I've started to do all this graphic design work, and I've not done for years. And it's amazing how you can just teach yourself things from the computer in a night. So I just love the world we're in. So yeah, I'm loving that. Thanks.
Brilliant. Thanks, Claire. Who's next?
I'll go. I am grateful for my two things in particular. I'm grateful for my wife. She's been so awesome with me this week, and I've been a bit of a grumpy one, so she's just been really, really great with me. So yeah, just really, really grateful for her. Her way of being with me, just really awesome. And the sunshine. There's been a lot of sun in London. There's sun this morning. I went for a run to get my 1,000 calories in, so I can go and eat anything I want today. Wow. I cannot wait. So yeah, that's what I'm grateful for.
Thanks, Tom. Brilliant. Who's next?
I go next. 1,000 calories already in a run.
Yeah, I'm my eyes are barely open.
So yeah, really, really grateful for a community that's always inspiring me and empowering me to do better. For sure. This week's been amazing. Just being apart from FITBANKER community, just really grateful for the opportunity to be able to share on the campus as well, as one of the coaches this week, and just to be a contribution, and just generally to be contributed to and be a contribution this week. I've just had so much, it's just been everywhere. It's just been really great how you're just being surrounded by people who are just bouncing off ideas, doing new things, allowing us to just taking those extra steps this week has been so much easier because I've been in so many little communities in different parts of my life, and it's really great that I've been able to create that. So yeah, really, really grateful for just community. It's just really empowering to have that.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jag. Who's next?
I'll go next. All right. I'm grateful for my mother. It's Mother's Day tomorrow. And this week, we started something new as a family to try to wake up at 4 a.m. and do a morning prayer. And I just couldn't get up today at all. And she kept nudging and nudging me through messages. And I snoozed my phone and she just didn't give up. She called my husband's phone so that there was phones ringing everywhere, so that just to get me up to meditate at 4. So super grateful for my mother. Second thing, I got to see a double rainbow just for the first time in my life, a very rare sighting. Not sure what the significance is, but double rainbow, beautiful, amazing. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Wow, Kieran. Amazing, amazing.
All right,
okay.
I'll go. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am grateful for the way the delivery went this week, that Ambika is alive, that the baby's fine, and that it was all done without painkillers, anti-knox, epidural. None of that stuff was needed, and that everything has gone well. That there was no complication. It could have easily gone any other way, and I'm just grateful that it went so well. So I'm just grateful for life, for the human body, for well-being, for Ambika and Ambika's human body, right? That she was able to deal with that and be with that. And I'm grateful for the ambulance services and the NHS who came and who've been support thereafter. So yeah, it's been a week, one of the highlights of my life. So grateful, but it could have easily gone any other way. So I don't take it for granted any 1 second.
Ronnie, and from all of us, I know we all send you massive congratulations, and we're absolutely delighted and over the moon for the Sampats and for the new arrival. And I just want to say that I'm so grateful that you got to experience being midwife. and being
God,
with
it was
women.
amazing. It was amazing, amazing. If any of you guys have a chance to ever deliver a baby, deliver it. Like, honestly.
Brilliant.
I know. We may just have another baby just to do that, Ronnie.
You have to. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Ronnie, I sent that video to Singapore for everyone to have a look within the family too. I said,
Oh,
check out
please do. I've still got more photos. Can you imagine that halfway through, I had 2 phones there, and I'm looking around as the baby's coming out, and the baby's not waiting, and I'm like, damn, I need a phone. I need a camera. And then the 2 phones on the other side of Ambika. I'm like, I need to capture this moment. That was the
Your
thinking.
neighbors come with all the screaming because everyone was like, what's happening in the neighborhood? Did your neighbors show up, come out, look?
Man, it was so funny. The neighbor across, she came out at the end of it later, and she met much later, and she met the neighbors who were Kanea was, because we called them back for Kanea for a photo, and literally the lady who was above was up doing some online webinar class. She didn't hear a thing. 2 ambulances, the door open, all that happening. She didn't hear a thing. So the next day, the husband had gone for a bike ride, and they're good mates of ours. So the husband came back and he goes, "Did you not hear anything?" She said, What happened? There were 2 ambulances here. These guys delivered in the house, blah, blah, blah. I said, "Oh, really?" You know, completely no idea.
Amazing. So is Simran not joined us?
No.
I called, went to,
Okay.
it was engaged. She
Okay.
hasn't responded to messages. So
Yeah, I've also messaged her on Instagram and WhatsApp. I don't know.
Okay.
It says she was active
Okay.
9 minutes ago. But
Great, I'll go then. So this morning I'm grateful for being here on this call and being connected with you guys on a Saturday morning. No better way to start my day. I'm grateful for the beautiful mountain views out of my window and the sun shining. And I'm grateful for my boys just playing and tootling around outside. So, good morning to all of you. It's great for you to be on the call. And I just want to say that this week, congratulations to everybody for the 5 conversations that we completed this week, because it was amazing. I haven't yet to watch all of them. I'm saving them up for this weekend so that I can do like a Netflix back to back. And I just want to say that I know that they were awesome, and I know that we've created such a hub and things in the community, and just well done to each and every one of us.
yeah, well done.
Yeah, it was really, really, really inspiring. So so what I wanted to, Ronnie, can you put the objectives of the coaching objectives up on the screen so somebody's going to generate? I guess Tom, it's going to be you, right?
Now you've caught me off guard, because
Okay.
I don't know.
I nominate my buddy Kieran today.
Yay! All right. Kieran can read them.
That was cheeky, but it's good. I was hoping I'll go by Simran and him, but Simran's not on the call today. So.
Yay! Brilliant.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to bear with me because I don't know where Ambi saves it, and I think she normally dials in from her computer. So I'm going to open the one that we use for our own webinars, meaning the client.
Okay.
It's slightly different.
Okay, we can generate that and.
That's what we have.
Okay. Okay, go Kieran.
All right. The Inspiring Life series. Welcome to life. Objective. At the end of this challenge, I will be someone who has altered my own relationship to food, exercise, and myself, understands the real role of my body, mind, and intellect, leverages social media to inspire my community and my world to live a healthy lifestyle to transform lives, is a health leader and a go-to person in my community. Social media is now filled with positive, healthy, and inspiring content. The world and the lives around me are now inspired and choose to start living life. Love.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So anything that you need to say, Kieran, out of those objectives for this last week?
For me, oh, all right. So, what's tricky in my world in this particular 90-day challenge is that I've got a husband beside me in this 90-day challenge. While I did my first 90-day challenge 2 years ago, I was single. So much more easier. Dumped everything out of the pantry. And here I've got someone who's come from Malaysia and is still not ready to give up a lot of stuff. And yeah, so I keep looking at it and I said, please separate your pantry from mine. So we keep having all our small little arguments on that. But yeah, he gets it. I'm on this and he's got to support me. But sometimes he's like, what are you ever doing? So he's still new to the, this side of things. So one thing that's good, every morning he has the green smoothie. And everyone, when I take him to my family's house, everyone's like, no tea. He used to live with tea, waking up with tea first thing, even before he brush his teeth. And now he has green smoothie, and everyone's like, I feel sorry for you. I say, yeah, you say you feel sorry for him, but look how good he's starting to look. No dark circles, his skin's looking better. So I say, yeah. So anyway, that's what's showing up in this 90-day challenge, and it's a work in progress with him for things that he should also not be having.
It's brilliant, Kieran, because when you're doing something and you're like just showing the example, look, already he's on green smoothies, and you don't have to do like you just have to take your actions daily, and then before you know it, things around you will just start to transform little by little, right? That's how it was for me and my family. Tom was totally like, I'm not drinking smoothies, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and now he's in Ireland saying to me, I need support with this, and I need support with that, and I need support around this being in action, and he would never have come to me as that go-to person. So, and it's taken years, right, to get to that. So I really, really get that, like, just little by little, that he's on the green smoothies is one baby step, and then another baby step,
The second step is, I think, not putting salt in my food. In Indian food, there's salt in everything, and now not to put half the time he goes, are you crazy not having salt? I said, this is what salt does. So what is good, after listening to a webinar, I actually, hopefully he's not listening, I purposely turn it on loud so that he listens to Ronnie and all the others in the bedroom. So
I used to do the same thing. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing. So keep going and keep doing it, and you'll get there, right?
And we're looking forward to getting to know him when he becomes a fit banker.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So
he might become a coach.
Everybody, yeah, you never know, right? Totally.
I find, sorry, I'm going to say this is in Punjabi. I'll try to translate it. Have you heard Ghar ki murgi dal barabar? Jag, have you heard this?
Yeah, say that again.
Barabar. So,
yeah.
even if you cook a wow dish, right? For others will go wow, but the person you stay with will be like, yeah. So
familiarity breeds contempt.
Sorry?
In English, there's a saying which is familiarity breeds contempt. That the people that we're familiar with, when we hear something from them or taste something from them, we're like, yeah, it's all right. We take it for granted. We take it lightly. But when we hear something from a stranger, it's like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And because he's lean, right? I mean, my husband's pretty lean. He's not an endomorph like me. And so for him, he could have and he's like Amika. He could eat anything and nothing happens. His weight doesn't put on. And he's like, stop being jealous. Let me eat what I want.
Brilliant. Right, so everybody, from this last week, is there anybody that needs any support with anything? Anybody want to share anything? Anybody got any struggles with anything? Around the participants in the challenge, right?
No.
I think for me, I briefly mentioned to Emma that with my participants, one of whom is Viraj and is a coach, is I'm really committed to Viraj. Like I wanted to coach when I saw Viraj's anchoring and doing it for him, because I just want him to really interrupt and shake up the monotony that he's been in. And I just realized, like, we're a month in, and results speak volumes, and his results were more or less static, right? So they haven't been there. But in the last week or the prior weeks, there's been a lot around at-home schooling, juggling that, setting stuff up, and therefore making a window to take action. And yeah, he's just not taken as much action as he knows to, or given his word to. So he's just been for 2 runs in the week, and 3 times done a workout. And so that's just not enough to cause a shift, right? For him, especially the shift that we're looking to cause. And so sometimes it's, I don't want to support, but I just want to share this to get it out there, which is sometimes we just have to be straight with people. And yeah, so I left him a voice note yesterday about, being straight with him around that's got to really shift. Unfortunately, he replied to me last night on voice note. I haven't yet just didn't get to hear that with being busy with multiple other things. But I'll have a listen. But I just wanted to share that it's, if there's a way as coaches, we just got to operate at a certain level as well as coaches, right? And as a coaching body, holding each other accountable to be in action, right? Because there's just no 2 ways about it, right? Our body is a byproduct of those 5 facets, and if we're not in action around the 2 main ones, which is nutrition and exercise, then not much is going to shift for us. So we've just got to be straight with ourselves around that.
And also, Ronnie, is getting Viraj really, really present to his greater why, because when you get really, really present to it, it can move you so much that there's no way you'd step over your workout that morning, or there's no way you'd step out. When sometimes when I look at my boys, and they are my greater why. Yeah. There's no way I can look at them and just not go and do something, or not go and complete on, get that workout done and complete, and get that done and eat that, or, and it doesn't always go like that, but, 98, 99% of the time it does,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just want to acknowledge as well, I got a message back from Simran saying she's been on a client call, but she said she's going to log in. I haven't yet seen her log in yet.
Okay, great. Tom, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say a few things. So first of all, I just wanted to say, really loving coaching my participants. It's really just awesome. I feel like I've taken on lots from last time coaching and bringing it in, and it's just, I'm just really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the challenge of it, the trying to support them, work out what there is to say, being straight, all of the stuff that comes with it. I'm really embracing it. And thanks for all of your tips, Emma, this week, because I had my calls, and what I'd realized is I was overstepping the assignments part. I just wasn't really asking them which bits have you done. I was just kind of focusing on 747. It was just a bit of a blind spot. So yeah, I just went in on that with everyone, and just getting into a bit more detail and seeing what's missing there, to make sure, because it was great what you said on the voice note to me. You said, the assignment isn't just a thing to do. And sometimes I have it like, oh, it's yet another thing. They're busy people, and here I am like making them do another thing. But I'm like, no, it is the program. It's designed that way. Let's not overstep anything in the program, even if it is like the 5th part of the assignment for a week. That's still part of the program. So it was great just to do that with each participant. And specifically, what's been great with Oz is we've been having some really deep, profound conversations, not just around, have you eaten, have you tracked your food this week, and which is really great. And it was what he shared yesterday was so good. Last week I asked him, because he wasn't doing any resistance training, and I said to him, what's your why? He goes, I don't really know what my why is of doing this. And I said, well, I want you to go and think about it this week and come back. So he came back yesterday, and I was like, yeah, I was thinking about it, trying to work out what the correct one is. And I said, I'll be honest with you, Tom, my why is really just like, I just want to feel good about myself. I just want to look good. I know that sounds a bit shallow, you know, and it was just great that he came to the realization that for him isn't like I want to transform the world's health and my whole family. He's like, I just want it for myself. I want it for myself. I want to feel good and look good. And I was like, that is a great why to have. So he's now promised that this week, he's got 3 days left since yesterday, that he was going to do 2 resistance trainings. Because the one thing I'm struggling there with him is he's the only one who has not shifted one of the 747s, which is his resistance. Like, he's just done nothing in that area. So I'm hoping yesterday's conversation, now that we got present to his why and he knows it's okay to have a shallow why in his eyes, that he's now going to go, right, that's my why, I'm going to go do resistance. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share.
Brilliant, thanks, Tom. Ronnie, can you take the slide down? Great. So you know what, you just answered my questions. That's brilliant. So the first thing that I was going to come to was there's a theme going through. Like when you look at the trackers for February and you look at the trackers for April, there's a theme going through where people have not, like, they've written, you know, in progress with assignments, or part done, or webinar not watched, or part watched, or there's a lot of that going through the trackers at the minute, right? So the thing is, the key for us this next week, and you know, Feb Challenge has only got 2 weeks to go till day 90. We're already just gone over day 30. Is to really check in with people on the calls. You know, where are you with those assignments? Where are you? You know, they can review them at any time. You know, where are they with that webinar? Is that webinar complete? And it's just checking in with them so that when, like, Feb Challenge gets to day 90, they've got all the information and all the golden nuggets that this challenge provides, you know, out of the assignments, all the insights that they provide, and all the webinar information. So it's to make sure that they're all checked in and that they've done all of that, right? So that was the first thing, and Tom, you brought that up, so it's brilliant. And then, yeah, my other thing was, I did notice about Oz and his resistance. So you've already answered my question. So you're already supporting him, and he's already committed to doing more. The other person that I noticed about in April Challenge was Anoli. So Anoli's not got any resistance in Kieran for all the 4 weeks that have gone. So we're a month in now. So to sort of offer some support around her resistance, she was always doing about averaging on her first challenge around 2 or 3 a week, but now is down to a 0. So Anoli has done amazingly well, like this last 4 weeks. I think she's down 4 kgs already. But to bring her resistance in will obviously help with her reducing her fat percentage, and, you know, keep her results showing up, right? So they're the 2 key people that I noticed in April Challenge. So yeah, just like, and also check in with ourselves, like, where are we at with the, you know, have we listened to all the webinars so far? Have we missed a recording? Where are we with our assignments? I want to use Tom as an example, because when I coached Tom on September Challenge, I remember Tom got to a point, I don't know whether it was around day 60 in his challenge or something like that, and he was like, you know what, I'm really missing certain aspects of my assignments, and I need to, like, write them all down. I need to look at where I haven't, you know, completed something, and I need to go back and review them. And Tom did just that. And then for the next, you know, right up to day 90, he was on fire. And it's like, because he checked in with all his areas where he needed to be. So that was what I wanted to use as an example, because we can go back to the assignments at any point, and we can do that as well. And it's not that we've done them, you know, I've done them so many times, some of the assignments. And one of the ones that I'm really getting this last week is the 100 training plan. You know what? The 100 training plan is like magic. I never realized, like I've done it before. I did it in my first challenge. I've done it in other challenges when I've been coaching. But this last week, I've taken it on in a completely different way. And it, you know what? It's really challenging. I find it harder to do exercises where you're doing like 40 reps on and resting and then going again and resting, than actually just, you know, doing 100 reps. It's like, sometimes it does really get your muscles. So that's a new insight for me. So just for us all to really bear in mind and take on the assignments, and not just have them as a thing to do, right? So that's that. Yeah, I mean, the most of the trackers, it's just to check in with people as well. Make sure I can hold my hands up as well. Like I kind of default and end up filling my tracker in first thing on a Monday morning because I sometimes I forget, right? And I don't set myself a reminder. So it's to be really on it as coaches that we've got our trackers completely complete on Sunday night, because otherwise what we're putting in the spaces are the participants can do it later on or tomorrow or maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then before you know it another week's gone. So to really be flat. So Feb Challenge, make sure that everybody's trackers for week 10, including your own, are in place, right? And likewise in April Challenge, just check again, just make sure that everyone's up to date and where they need to be, right? Generally it's okay, but it's just that there's just a couple of missings here and there. Let me see, I've written some other things. Reviewing the webinars, and okay, so yeah, just as you mentioned, Tom, the Trek and Treat is on this weekend, so we need to really support all our participants around that, right? So burning 1,000 calories, and I think it's a little bit gone out of existence, right? We haven't really sort of said anything, myself, you and Kieran, on the chat around it, so we need to get fired up and get them fired up for Saturday and Sunday so that they can complete it, and not have it something like it's daunting or how am I going to, burn 1,000 calories, because it's still possible to do it, right? Even inside of being at home. So that's the other thing. And I think that is, anybody got anything they want to say around any of those things?
Yeah, I just want to add, so I've just put a message to everyone on the chat here around, I just want to check the integrity of the calls, but before that, I just want to mention around the WhatsApp groups. I'm just sporadically trying to now get in and not getting to do, like, sometimes I'd sit for an hour and just go through all the messages. And I haven't done that. So I'm slightly behind on the April Challenge catch-up, about 300 messages behind from this week. And the February one, I'm kind of just getting there. Got a few more to go. So if there is this, like day 30, like you're saying, or the Trek and Treat, if it has been pre-communicated, great. If it hasn't been, then we need to drive that point today. And if we're letting them know today, if they can't do it today or tomorrow, then Monday ideally, or some point this week, because it's really pertinent that people do that. And the other point, just to add on what you're saying earlier on the 100th training plan, that resistance training is really to be done at a particular slow pace, right? So that you feel that burn. So it is really great if we need to ensure and check in that people are doing that.
Because some people, like for example, I was on with Antonio this week, and he hadn't opened his email. Now he's opened his email and he's all fired up and he's doing the training plan. So it's just giving little nudges here and there, and just making sure that they're doing what they need to be doing, right? Just 1 second. Okay, go on then. Okay, just Ethan just Ethan hassling the dog. The dog's old, and he's like, he can't cope with it, and Ethan doesn't get how to be gentle right now. So that's that. Yeah, the other thing is as well, making sure that we are committing to our coaching calls and being on coaching calls, right? So whether somebody is it's something that came up when I was chatting to Kieran this week. So when somebody is really flying on the challenge and they're meeting all the 747s and they're, doing everything they need to do, we still need to be on the coaching calls with them, right? So we still need to get them to generate the objectives, dive into whatever's going on with them that week. There might be some insights that are coming up, and just give them support around it. They might not need key support around 747, but they might want to discuss something. They might want to discuss something they're dealing with. They might want to discuss something that they've noticed around the relationship to food. It could be something else around, a discovery. So really make sure that we're not checking in with people just by messages. Make sure that we're definitely having the 30-minute call, and that we're giving, that's what the participants have paid for in this challenge. They know that they're going to get a coach, and they know they're going to get a coach for 3 months. and they know that we're going to be on those calls every week. So we shouldn't be saying like to any participant, look, you don't need a call this week, or you don't need to be on a coaching call this week. We need to be on that call, present on that call. If a participant, on the other hand, decides that they don't want a call or something like that, then that's different, right? So we just need to be showing up and be there and fired up and ready to go. So that's it. Go on.
Can we I just want to check in on that, right? So, and there's nothing wrong here, but as coaches, I just want to make sure that we are not dropping the ball on the love and attention with any participants. So on the three things, is there anyone, let's do it by raise of hands, is there anyone that has a coaching call that is not scheduled at the same time each week? So it's like every week you're going through and checking what time do you want to speak. So Claire and Kiran. Okay, and is there anyone who has not had all their coaching calls like every week? So sorry, my fingers up for the first one. I've had my calls. So you've all been having the calls. Yeah. Okay. And then the third one is on the timing. Are they starting on time and are they lasting 30 minutes? Is there anyone that's out of integrity with the timing? Yeah.
I would say with Pooja, sometimes they're slightly shorter than 30 minutes because she's got small kids, but that's it.
Okay.
But
Ronnie, with me, with the Tony Marjan, we schedule a call at 8:30, but she's unable to wake up at that time. And if I miss that call sometime, I do give her the leeway of up to 9 o'clock. If not, it throws my day because I've got a shorter evening then. So with Marjan, she does come in and say, is it okay? Can we do it tomorrow? And I do say yes to it because I really want to go on that call with her.
Yeah. Okay. And Lais?
Lais, what's happening with the last call? I checked in with a message, and then she wrote back and said, everything is going well, I'm happy, I'm winning, and hence I'm like, would you like a call? She says, checked in with you by a message, so I've left it there. So hence I've spoken to Emma, but I will head back this week to say, look, it's part of the program. We have to get on the call rather than just a check-in message.
Yeah. Okay, so is there anyone else that like that you've had a text and you didn't go ahead and had another call?
For me or the others?
For me, I've moved times with Pooja a bit because she's in Atlanta. Yeah. So normally we have a call at 5 o'clock on a Monday, but sometimes it's been a Sunday. So like we sometimes mix up the day. Okay. But that's it. But then I feel like I hear from like every couple of days we're in communication and then we have our calls. Okay. I feel like I talk to her more than once a week.
Okay. So we need to be mindful around a couple of things, including that scenario, Claire, is so in my first calls with Jesse and Viraj, both of them, we went over half an hour, right? And that doesn't work. That diminishes the listening and the power of a coach. And so I have to acknowledge that and say we've gone over and it doesn't work and we have to stick to 30 minutes. And the following week, Viraj was dealing with something else. And that something else that I was dealing with, checking in with him on, okay, how's it going? Everything all right? How's your week going? How's everything going at home? Type of thing. Again, there's an issue that came up in that conversation that he's dealing with, which took 20 something minutes. And then we went into our coaching, and then our coaching ended up being a 15-minute conversation, right? Which also, again, doesn't work. So in both those instances, I was out on a walk or run, or I had the time. But when we're showing up to our participants as, hey, I'm available, like call me when you want, I'll make it available. That diminishes the listening. It reduces the perception that they have of you because you're like always available, right? You want to be very straight with participants. And if you have to have them have a reminder and that they have to call you at a certain time, that's also a reminder that you should ask the participant to call you. Is that clear for you? Is anyone who's not having the participants call them?
I do. The thing is, though, my calls are all on Zoom, right? So I need to open up Zoom so that they can connect and join Zoom, right? So I'll probably be on Zoom, say 5 minutes before, just getting ready and getting settled. And then, you know, if for example, they don't show up, then I'll message them and say, hey, I'm connect, or I'll even tell them that I'm going on and connecting right now.
Okay. So we need to have a structure in place. Like, Simran, you were late on this call, right? So if you're late on this call, I have a question that, is that happening for us elsewhere with our participants? And I want everyone to get in this conversation that there is nothing wrong. But if we're coming on every Saturday morning and we just smiles and getting pumped up and all positive conversations, there is nothing to grow from. So all of us want to look at as coaches, like, wow, there's something for me to develop and transform. Like I'm exploring here, what do I need to do to cause a shift for Viraj? And I just realized that, damn, it's been 30 days. And it feels like we've just started, right? Because we've had 2 calls or 3 calls with Viraj, right? And I'm so committed to interrupting that monotony there. And the second thing is anyone encoring, right? Anyone that is has done the FITBANKER challenge before and they're doing it again, you might think they've done it before, so they're good. They need extra love and attention. They need extra checking in. They need extra level of holding them accountable to a certain level of performance. Why? Because they walk in already the preconceived notion of how this is going to go. But a coach's role is to come and interrupt somebody's life. And when we say interrupt, it's interrupting it in a good way, right? Transformation doesn't happen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So when somebody's gone through an encore, we want to get clear for them, like, what is it you're working on here in this program? What is going to be different? What's going to shift? So like with Jesse, we're getting very clear on his protein is up, which he never used to get so up. His level of resistance training has gone up, but now his cardio has gone up because of this 1,000 rep challenge as well, and the boxing combined. So we need to make sure that this is working for his body. And the only thing that's going to tell me, is it working, is the results, which is, what is your body metrics now? What is your body composition showing now? And why has nothing shifted there? And we get to sit down and explore. And the habit of simply going and completing a tracker as an individual, as a coach even, to say, I'm updating my tracker, it's an opportunity to call yourself out, to say, I've only recorded 4 days this week in MyFitnessPal. That too, it's only been about 3 or 4 of the items I ate, not everything, right? And if you can call yourself out like that, then you'll get connected to what another human being out there is doing. But you as a coach need to not fall in that trap of trying to be perfect, trying to have it all figured out, trying to not show your flaws to your participants. That's all BS. That's all being fake, right? We want to be real. So if you're dealing with something, if you need to clean up with a participant, right? Just say, hey, I want to acknowledge I've not been running these calls how I should have, right? And I'd like us to shift that, right? From now till the end of the program. And this is what you can count on me for. At the start of the program, we ask, what is it you can count on me for, right? And so we want to have that conversation. I want to ask him, is there anything that you want to say, anything that you're still leaving disempowered around, or anything that I might have left you with that hasn't had you been in action or served you as a coach, right? Check in with our participants as well that way.
Can I just ask Ronnie, this call is this call on a Saturday, the frequent call, is it 40 minutes?
I actually don't know. Sorry, because I'm new to
because I know that the big call where we're all on was put to an hour, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know
This one should be 40 minutes.
Yeah, so we're over time.
We're over by a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I have a participant call at 9, so I do need to prep for that as well.
Okay, are we all good for 5 more minutes to wrap up?
Yeah.
I've got a call in 2 minutes. I've got 2 more minutes.
Okay, 2 more minutes.
Okay, great.
All right. So anyway, that's it from me. But I think the point's conveyed. And if you need support around coaching participants, reach out to Emma or myself. Emma, over to you.
Yeah, and that's it really, guys. And it's just to be really mindful of everything we've talked about today, and not to be like, oh God, all these things and I haven't done this and I've been running my calls like this or whatever it is, right? It's just about, like, you know, if we can be bringing our A game and bringing that, you know, that it's like I always used to say as a midwife, bringing that gold standard of care, you know, bringing that extra little thing to that participant, then you know what, you get such it's so rewarding and it comes back to you, right? So that's all I want to say around everything. And just thanks for being present on this call on a Saturday morning. Go get yourselves an awesome weekend. Go smash your 1,000 calories if that's what you're doing inside the April challenge. I completely forgot this morning, and I need to go do that. And that's it. And Simran, do you want to say anything finally?
Yeah. So I want to say that I was late on the call, and that is not what is expected of me. And I just don't know what happened. Like, I had my schedule in last night, so I really have to check. I'm not at the source of what was the breakdown. Like, how come I missed 12:30? So I'll get back to you guys with what happened. I had two alarm. Like, my laptop is on and my phone is on. I don't know why the alarm didn't go off. And I checked. It is in my calendar to have this coach's call at 12:30. So yeah, I am totally not aware of how come this got missed.
Okay,
But
message me, Simran, and we can
I'll
schedule
message.
flat.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
cool.
also follow up with you, Simran.
Okay.
Quick question: does the 1,000 calories have to be burnt before you can start eating, or just throughout the day?
Yeah, before you can start eating.
I know mine was 800. I realise now. Plus, I want to let the other guys know as well.
But it's not actually so. The reality that, because when you're on a track, we eat on a track. So it's during the day, across the day.
Oh, it is.
With my
Come on.
intermittent fasting, this is the first time I'm doing intermittent fasting in this challenge. Never ever done intermittent fasting, but I'm really loving it. But loving it to the extent that I'm not eating, so I'm not getting to my calories per day. So I am not eating from 8 o'clock at night all the way to 2 o'clock because I'm working at the same time from home.
Yeah.
And after 2 o'clock, my protein oats, and that keeps me so full, and I feel yuck to eat again. So I need to come clean. I'm not meeting my calorie goal for the day.
And what are you reaching? So can I just acknowledge the coaching call is over? Can we wrap up the coaching
if
call?
If anyone wants to go, have a great weekend, guys.
You guys too. Great one, Emma. Thank you.
I'm gonna go.
See you,
All right. Okay.
See you guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Kieran, you can stay on, and I can support anyone with any questions that you have. Okay, I'm just going to wrap up the recording, and thanks all for being on. And I will be staying on for some Q&A with Kieran.